Our first inductee will be Reick McFarland.
This is kind of fun. My first note says, enjoy the moment, so I'm going to try to do that. When I was growing up on our farm near Aberdeen, I could have never imagined being in this place for this reason tonight. Little did I know how being raised by a loving and hardworking family who showed me a strong work ethic, who lived faithfully, expected us to do chores, and contribute according to our age and abilities, not by our gender, would largely shape who I am today. Over the last 40 years, I have worked with and advocated for people with disabilities, starting out as a frontline staff and the last several years as the Chief Executive Officer of Lifescape. I was so honored to be a part of the creation of Lifescape, a one-of-a-kind organization that came about through the affiliation of two long-standing organizations, Children's Care Hospital and School and South Dakota Achieve. That significant undertaking added value because of our ability to reach more children and adults who needed our care and expertise. As you would expect, a lot has changed over 40 years. It has been inspiring to be a part of the evolution of how people with disabilities are viewed and treated. People with disabilities are no longer warehoused in institutions, separated from their families and forgotten about. They are now provided an education. There is a focus to engage and involve them with the same opportunities we all enjoy. There is an understanding that people with disabilities, when loved and nurtured and offered the right guidance, can gain independence, become productive, they contribute, and have good lives. There are many stories that have captured my heart and mind over the years. When Ruth pleaded with me to promise to protect and take care of her son Brian when she and her husband were no longer able to do so. Realizing that families were counting on us to carry their torch when they no longer could. Seeing Lorna, who was placed in the institution in Redfield as a newborn, leave the institution when she was in her 40s and watch her joy in experiencing life's simple things. She was loved and cared for by her work family, who helped her connect with siblings who didn't know she existed until after the passing of their parents. When she was born, her parents were told to focus on raising the rest of their children. And when they came home from the hospital empty-handed, they told their children the baby had died. And then watching the pride that came when Scott was able to move into his own apartment that only he had a key for. Independence that he never imagined. He had a dream to get a job and live on his own. He accomplished both with the compassionate care and assistance provided by staff who listened to him and saw his potential. My mother closed the eulogy she gave at my grandmother's funeral with the prose from Ralph Waldo Emerson. To find the beauty in others, to leave the world a bit better, whether by a healthy child, a garden patch, or a redeemed social condition, to know that one life has breathed easier because you lived here, this is to have succeeded. For me, that sums it up. I am honored and humbled to have the work that I and so many others in the state have been a part of validated through this recognition. And better, this honor means to me that we South Dakotans truly embrace and believe that people with disabilities can and should be a part of the tapestry of our state and of our communities. I am here tonight because people invested in me, people believed in me, and didn't put a glass ceiling over my head, and several of them are here tonight. And what I thought was an ordinary upbringing offered me extraordinary gifts. I have worked with the most incredible teams of people, especially the Lifescape team. And together we have achieved things that have set the stage for a bright future for the children, adults, and families who need the kind of support, love, and care we give. Finally, my family is my rock and foundation, and to enjoy this honor with my siblings and their spouses, my dear husband Dennis, daughter Liz, son-in-law Matt, grandsons Wesley and Harley, is priceless. Being involved in work that I love where I could contribute has been one of my life's greatest blessings. I started in this work by chance. I stayed in this work by choice. Thank you, Hall of Fame, for this wonderful and unforgettable honor.